Do you ever get frustrated that you're doing all the things and it's not doing the thing? You're not getting the results you want. It just doesn't seem to be working. You're saying to yourself, well, I followed the recipe and I did my part and I, did X, Y, and Z. Why isn't it working? You're very frustrated. I'm here to tell you, I have an answer for you. All right, I have an answer, and it's actually really actionable, and it's, although I love woo-woo stuff, I'm not against it. It's not entirely woo-woo. It's actually very direct and very clear, and you have to mold it, to fit your situation. But the truth is that sometimes it is not the GPS. Sometimes it's the vehicle. Sometimes the GPS has already told you where to go and you understand where you gotta go, but the vehicle is having trouble getting there. So perhaps you have a sound strategy. Perhaps you are ready to go. You're ready to achieve your dreams. You see how you're gonna get there. And when you, the vehicle, starts taking steps to achieve your goal, then you know what happens sometimes? You feel stuck. You feel frozen and paralyzed. You're analyzing everything, overanalyzing everything, overthinking everything. You start comparing yourself to others. You start wondering how you're going to get to your destination because you're all out of energy. You're burned out from the last time that maybe an ad thing went wrong, or maybe a business partner screwed you over, or perhaps you did something techie and it gave you such a headache. You want an online business, but you don't want it to have any tech, right? Because that part is horrible to you. Perhaps you poured your heart out and instead of getting support online, you got haters, you got criticized, you're being misunderstood. Somebody told you that your prices are out of whack, right? That they're either too low, too high. Somebody called you names. Like I've been criticized for everything, my gender, my accent, my religion, my body type, size, outfit, you name it. At this point, it just doesn't even faze me because these things happen. But just like if you had the most amazing GPS and it had 3D renderings of the buildings and it told you all the things and where to turn and where to go, and you had the GPS that was going to help you get to your destination, right? But the car has no oil. The car has no gasoline. The car has no coolant, no antifreeze. The car maybe is missing a wheel. It's missing a tire. Maybe it's missing seats, a door. There's something missing in the vehicle. It's going to keep it from successfully and seamlessly getting to its destination. And the good thing is that there's a solution for this. The bad thing is that sometimes it's hard to see. If you were playing, let's say, football, soccer, rugby, basketball, whatever, you're playing an actual sport with a team, you would see that other people, when they fall, they get bruises, they get scratches, they're bleeding, they're sweating. You see that whole experience. But when you're an entrepreneur, you think that other people's cars are just magical. They don't need to be refueled. They never go to the mechanic. They never need some body work. They never repaint anything. Those cars are just magical, and they float, and they're solar powered, and they can fly, and they're bigger and better. And if you were just like them, then it would be easier. And I'm here to bring you back to reality. It's not. The problem is that, as an entrepreneur, sometimes this is part of the isolation of our experience. I want to normalize that for you. It's not all in your head. You're not being too sensitive. You're not being overly dramatic. You just don't have enough of a perspective to see what other people's experience is. Like I would, for instance, I'm a coach. I have clients in over 20 countries. I have worked with people for the past decade, whether it's in my brands in English and Spanish, you name the country, we've worked on projects with people there. And that's not the same as you minding your own business, growing your own business, and only having the perspective of your experience and then all the beautiful curated things that you see on social media. So of course you're going to think you're a hot mess, that you don't know what to do, you don't know how to achieve your goals, it's never going to happen, you don't have what it takes. But they do. They have enough followers, they have the right aesthetic, they have the right website, the amazing logo, they have enough content, they have this, they have that, whatever you've told yourself that is holding you back. And I'm here to tell you, you've got to stop justifying, why you haven't succeeded. What you have to do instead is use that energy to work through it. See, the issues of this level, they're going to be at the next level, except the next level has its own issues. So until you learn And until you grow at the level where you currently stand and you currently find yourself, the next level is going to cut you to pieces. It's going to make you crumble and fall apart. So let's not have that happen. Instead, let's succeed now. Yes, tough things may have happened, but you can get through it. You may have been criticized and that wasn't fair, or perhaps really unjust things have happened. I am not telling you that you have had a silver spoon feeding you this whole time. I am not telling you it's all in your head. I'm not telling you to get over it. I'm telling you to move forward with it. That you cannot keep looking back and expect not to trip moving forward. You have to move forward and you have to grow through what you go through. So yes, some tough and unfair things happen, and they shouldn't have. And they shouldn't have. But it is not for you to keep reliving it in your head over and over again to the point where there's no room for a new experience to happen because you keep reliving the past one. So if right now you're saying to yourself, yeah, Ilean, but what does it have to do with me getting clients? It has to do with your ability to implement what's necessary for you to achieve success. It has to do with your ability to stay focused and not lose hours and hours scrolling on social media. It has to do with your ability to self-reflect, be self-aware, and learn so that you can move on to the next level versus you constantly blaming someone else. Even if it actually happened, even if it's true, even if it was unfair, it does not serve you to stay in that place. Imagine if it rained and instead of me finding shelter or looking for an umbrella, I just sat there in the rain and I just keep letting it rain on me until I get pneumonia or I get some crazy cold, right? That's not gonna help me. What would be better is like, oh man, it rained. I didn't know it was gonna rain. I wasn't prepared for the rain. I didn't deserve to be rained on right after I left the hair salon, right? But then what? What am I gonna do, stay there? No, you gotta move forward. So I'm here to tell you, you have what it takes. You are stronger than what you realize, and you're closer to a breakthrough than what you realize. Because, listen, I can break down for you how to succeed. I can show you how to get clients online, all that stuff. That's tactical and it will work. It will work. But if as a coach, I'm your GPS and I'm telling you to do all these things, but you don't have fuel in your tank to do it, not only is that a disservice to yourself and the success that you deserve to live and to enjoy, but it's a disservice to the people who need what you have to offer. They shouldn't be paying full price for you and getting 50% of your energy. You shouldn't be resentful in your coaching sessions. You shouldn't sound bored and annoyed when you record content. You shouldn't feel like someone's forcing you to do something. So I want the best version of you. I want you to enjoy that. And I'm just here to tell you, as a friend, as a coach, that just because you are an entrepreneur and you don't always see the bumps and bruises that other entrepreneurs get, it doesn't mean they don't get them. And you don't have to do this alone. This is one of my favorite parts of coaching, right? Holding people accountable, because yes, that is something that can hold you back. You can find a lot of reasons to procrastinate. You can be a perfectionist. You can overanalyze things. You can find yourself paralyzed. You can't even take action because of what happened to you in the past. That's something a coach helps with, accountability. Something else that a coach helps with is perspective. Sometimes you're doing amazing and you have no idea just because you haven't achieved your goal yet. You have no idea what the journey looks like. And so it's already 10 times harder because you're just guessing the whole time. Is this okay? Did I do it right? And then you start going from guessing to second guessing. So you need that perspective, right? You need that insight that lets you know, hey, like the GPS. No, you took a wrong turn. Let's detour. Let's get back on track. Or hey, great job. Keep going. Take a right turn up ahead. You know, those types of things can be the difference from staying focused on your goal or ruminating on something and catastrophizing something that really wasn't a big deal. And lastly, as you navigate things, there are going to be some things that are just a bit more advanced, and that's where really having that GPS side by side with you is going to be extremely helpful. Something that could take you years to learn on your own. I know with some of my coaching clients, we've gotten it done in weeks. You know, they have been able to do some amazing things because they had that guide. And as the terrain got a little bit less predictable, as things started looking a little less obvious as you would normally see them on social media, they were presented with really great opportunities. And I'm so excited for you to do the same. I'm so excited for you to succeed, for you to grow through what you go through so that you can have the capacity to just have that container for everything you deserve, right? Because when I say you can have it all, I don't literally mean a warehouse full of things. I mean that you can have balance, you can have your life, you can have travel, you can have happiness, you can have fulfillment, you can have a success, you can have a great income and have a great impact. That is what I mean by you can have it all. But more importantly, you can't just have it all, but you can have it now. So you can have it all, you can have it now. If you want some support to get there, I'm offering it. I'm here as your coach. I have a number of ways that we can work together. There's so much free content I've put out there, webinars, hundreds of blog posts, YouTube videos, you name it. The resources are there. Do not go at it alone. This is your moment. You were born for such a time as this. The world is going through it right now, okay? Just watch 5 minutes of the news and it will suck the life out of you. There is so much happening in the world. And even now, yes, you can shine. Even now, you can heal. Even now, you can win. Even now, you can turn your dreams into reality. And if I can help, I'm happy to do it. So I believe in you. Keep going. You got this.